And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 9th of September, 2025. It's the birthday of Leo Tolstoy, born on this day in 1828. Leo Tolstoy is remembered as both a towering pinnacle of Russian literature and a fascinating example of Christian anarchism. After a dramatic conversion, Tolstoy rejected his social position, the favored vices of his youth, and the dietary habits of his culture, becoming a vocal proponent of vegetarianism in his ascetic quest for the good life. Thousands of his contemporaries found Tolstoy's example deeply compelling, including Mahatma Gandhi, with whom he frequently corresponded. Tolstoy became an outspoken vegetarian at the age of 50. In his essay entitled The First Step, The Morals of Diet, Tolstoy argued not only against cruelty to animals, but also against the brutalization of those who worked in the meat industry, such as butchers, slaughtermen, and even shepherds and drovers. Tolstoy made the link between vegetarianism and a wider humanitarianism explicit. How was it possible to regard the killing of animals for food as evil, but not to condemn the killing of men through war and capital punishment? Tolstoy's philosophical argument against all forms of violence was not original to him, but it resonated all over the world with those who saw him as a shining example. Interestingly, unlike many animal rights activists of his day and ours, Tolstoy refused to endorse legislation to punish animal cruelty, believing that punishment would only result in the perpetuation of violence. Leo Tolstoy wrote, "A man can live and be healthy without killing animals for food. Therefore, if he eats meat, he participates in taking animal life merely for the sake of his appetite, and to do so is immoral. What I think about vivisection is that if people admit that they have the right to take or endanger the life of living beings for the benefit of many, there will be no limit to their cruelty. If a man aspires towards a righteous life, his first act of abstinence is from injury to animals. As long as there are slaughterhouses, there will be battlefields." It's the birthday of Sam Carter, born on this day in 1988. Sam Carter is the lead vocalist for British metalcore band Architects. Sam is not afraid to use the stage to voice his opinions, often speaking out about veganism and other political issues. In fact, as of 2015, Architects are an all-vegan band, becoming so after watching documentaries on the subject. Sam is a UK ambassador for Sea Shepherd and is also a supporter of the Hunt Saboteurs Association. Sam Carter said, "The time to change is now. We've already left it so late that it's not even about saving the planet now. It's about slowing down a process which we can only blame ourselves for. Being vegan can no longer just be about health benefits or empathy. Being vegan is now the only option we have to be a generation that makes a difference." And here's a reading from Leo Tolstoy's fable, Esarhaddon, King of Assyria, in which a sage puts the king inside the consciousness of a hunted animal. He was astonished that he was an animal, and astonished also at not having known this before. He was grazing in a valley, tearing the tender grass with his teeth, and brushing away flies with his long tail. Around him was frolicking a long-legged, dark gray ass colt, striped down his back. Kicking up his hind legs, the colt galloped full speed to Esarhaddon, and poking him under the stomach with his smooth little muzzle, searched for the teat, and finding it, quieted down, swallowing regularly. Esarhaddon understood that he was a she-ass, the colt's mother, and this neither surprised nor grieved him, but rather gave him pleasure. But suddenly something flew in with a whistling sound, hit him in the side, and with its sharp point entered his skin and flesh. Feeling a burning pain, Esarhaddon tore the udder from the colt's teeth, and laying back his ears, galloped to the herd. The colt kept up with him, when another arrow in full flight struck the colt's neck. It pierced the skin and quivered in his flesh. The colt sobbed piteously and fell upon his knees. Esarhaddon could not abandon him, and remained standing over him. The colt rose, tottered on his long, thin legs, and fell again. A fearful two-legged being, a man, ran up and cut his throat. Do you now understand, continued the old man? The animals which you slew and who were at your feasts were you. Life is one in them all, and yours is but a portion of this same common life. A reading from Leo Tolstoy's fable, Esarhaddon, King of Assyria. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with a reminder that to be fully human is to be empathetic to all beings.